my card. Both of these, Allison Damagala.
Okay. Are you the owner of the car?
What's that?
Are you the owner
My
of the car?
father is, Jason Damagala.
You don't have your license anywhere on you?
I must have left it in Tennessee. I go to the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, and I'm home for the weekend for Easter.
Gotcha.
And I have my, insurance. I have everything else.
Gotcha. Where do you say you were coming from?
From Docs, my friends.
Okay, how'd you get in the bar without an ID?
Because you don't have to, you have to be 18.
Okay, but they still need an ID for you to get in.
Union,
They don't check
264-939 UU.
They didn't ID me in there, sir.
Gotcha. Okay. You have anything with your picture on it? That would have your name and your picture?
Union,
oh wait, actually,
491-719 UU.
I don't know if this counts.
491-719.
How much have you had to drink?
He was a description of the mail.
If that was, I don't know.
How much have you had to drink, Allison?
Not much. Oh, God.
Hey, we're wearing a white shirt
Yes, sir.
and black
Okay.
pants.
I am underage, and I'm pre-med, so I'm sorry.
Okay. Well,
But I promise, I'm not. I know I can't drink under 21, and I know I shouldn't be, but
how much have you
I
had?
haven't been much. I had a Busch Light and a shot. And I've been there since 5, so it's not like I'm drunk. I'm sorry, sir.
Headquarters, give me a gray crew neck,
My perfume, it's
possibly a basketball hat, black pants, and black and white Jordan.
Am I not going to be able to get into medical school?
5 units. Can someone stop out with me, please? Well, at this point, like I said, the reason I have you stopped is you have your headlights on,
Yeah,
right?
I'm sorry.
That's why I get. That's why I got.
That's my
That's
bad.
why I got behind
and I had
you.
it on the.
And then as I'm walking up, I mean, I get a very slight odor of alcohol, but nothing significant,
I was
right?
just pissed off.
But you're
I'm
under
sorry.
21. You admitted to drinking.
I know. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Right.
I know,
right. You threw your perfume, which usually.
I was
would
just
lead
pissed
me to
off.
do-
I'm sorry. I was just mad
Oh,
because
okay. I
my
thought maybe you were
boyfriend.
spraying it. I thought maybe you were spraying it to try to get rid of the odor. Or
No,
something.
no. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, obviously, I told you that I
Gotcha.
drank.
Okay.
My boyfriend. I was talking to my boyfriend, and he ignored me for another girl. And it just pissed me off. And I'm like, okay, bye. And I wasn't drinking before I left.
What'd you say you were drinking there? What were your drinks?
I had
Like beer
a
or
Busch.
like liquor?
I had a Busch Light, and then a green tea shot. I don't know what that is, but I know it's tea, and I like tea.
Okay.
So
Okay. I'm gonna have you step out for just a minute, okay?
yeah, that's fine. So, should I take my keys out?
Just leave it in the car.
Am I not gonna be able to get into medical school? I don't mean to be
No, you're fine.
emotional, but
It's
I'm
not.
trying to be a neurosurgeon.
Yeah, let's step over here. I'm gonna turn my lights off, okay? Is there any open alcohol or anything in the car?
No, sir.
Okay. I'm gonna check your eyes real quick. I just want to make sure you're okay.
No, yeah, you're good,
If you're
sir.
gonna
No,
step
I
this way.
understand.
Okay. So just keep your head still. I want you to follow the tip of the pen with your eyes and your
Yes,
eyes
sir.
only, okay? Don't
Yes,
move
sir.
your head.
Okay.
Are you wearing contact lenses or anything?
No, I have no eye issues.
Been in any car accidents recently? Any head injuries? Nothing like that?
No, I should have nothing that interferes with such.
Okay. So just follow the tip of the pen with your eyes and your eyes only,
The
okay?
tip of the pen?
Yep.
Okay.
He's no one.
Okay. I'm going to have this officer continue with some field sobriety
That's fine,
tests,
sir.
okay? The
My
reason...
balance is poor.
Okay.
For a soccer player, it's not too well.
Okay. You still play soccer?
No, I coach now.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna come over here real quick.
So this is Allison.
Allison Damagala.
Okay. She's 20 years old?
20, yes, sir.
Okay. She said she had a shot, maybe a beer.
Yeah, I had a Busch Light and a green tea shot.
Okay, and is this your ID?
That's my fishing license.
She couldn't find
I
her
must-
license.
I had to
Is it possible
go
you
do
left
a
it at the
drug
bar?
test.
Or?
I think I left it in the University of Tennessee because I just started volunteering as a clinical nurse at elementary schools, and they just needed my ID, so I might have left it on my desk because I had to send an email of it.
Right.
And I just came home the other day on Tuesday night on a whim.
So you're saying that docs let you in without an ID?
Yeah, they don't check anyone's IDs.
Okay.
Ever. And I hate to be like,
okay.
Hey, they don't
Right.
check IDs.
You're fine.
They really
Right.
don't.
And you said you had a shot there
And a Busch.
in a bush.
Yes, sir.
What kind of bush was it? Like
A
a
Busch Light.
can, bottle,
Can.
cup? Okay. Just the small 12 ounce, or was it like a 16 ounce?
It wasn't like the regular. It was
A little bit bigger?
yes,
Okay.
sir.
All right. And then what time did you have those? What time did you get to the bar?
I got there at 5 and I just had the 2 drinks, so it's been a while.
So 5 p.m.? Okay.
Yeah, so I had the bush first and then a shot around 8ish.
Okay. When was your last drink?
8ish.
8ish? Okay. All right.
Before we go
But
any
I
further,
like never drink,
right.
so it kind of hits me harder.
He's-
and I'm on
He's gonna give you some instructions.
antidepressants.
He's gonna give you
that
some
kinda
instructions,
make
but just from looking at your eyes, my guess is you've had something since then. Is it possible you had something after 8 o'clock? Because I can tell just from looking at your eyes.
I
Okay.
Okay. You said
I
shots.
don't want to lie to y'all. Yeah.
So how many shots after the?
I had a green tea and a Starburst.
Okay. Alrighty. And then do you currently take any medications?
Yes, I do.
What kind of medications do you take?
I'm on Klonopin for anxiety, and
Okay.
then I'm on a mood stabilizer, Trileptal, I think.
Okay.
And then on an antidepressant as
Okay.
well.
Do any of those make it difficult for you to drive a vehicle?
No.
Do they make
Not
you
that I take daily, no.
Okay.
Sir.
Do they make you drowsy or anything like that?
They make me drowsy, yes.
A little bit drowsy?
But
Okay. And then are you currently wearing any contacts?
No, sir.
Are you required to wear contacts or
no,
other
sir.
lenses?
No eye
Okay.
problems.
Have you had any head injuries in the last 24 hours?
No, sir.
And then would you say you're overall pretty good health?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. Other than I do get dizzy. Other than that.
Okay. All
And
right.
like my heart fluctuates and it makes me like want to pass out.
Okay. Alrighty. So what I'm gonna have you do is, do you see the tip of this pen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm gonna have you follow that with your eyes and your eyes only. Okay. So also, if you could do for me, just put your arms, just relax your arms down at your side and keep your feet together just like you are.
It's like cold.
No, you're fine, and we'll try to get through this as quick as possible.
No,
Okay.
you're good, sir. I'm sorry.
So just follow that with your eyes and focus on the tip, and keep your head perfectly still, straight forward.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
No issues following that?
No,
Okay.
sir.
All right. Let's go straight up. Still see it?
Mhm.
All right. If I can have you just take a couple steps over here for me. If you want to back up your cruiser real quick, I'm going to see if you.
Yeah, you got something in the car?
Yeah. And y'all can watch me.
Yeah.
I should have my bag here too. I'm kidding. Sorry, I'm just so
You're fine.
cold. It's 85 in Knoxville.
Oh, jeez, that's a big difference.
Yes, sir, it is.
I'm 45. You can create a report. I'll type on it.
You said you go to school down there?
Yeah, I study neuroscience with a minor in pre-health professions on a pre-med track. I want to be a neurosurgeon.
Okay. Where are you originally from?
So I live in Toledo,
Okay.
Ohio.
Okay.
I went to Clay High School.
Okay.
You know where that is
Yeah.
in Oregon.
Mhm.
Yeah, I grew up on Bay Shore out on the lake.
Okay.
I should have brought a winter coat.
Yeah, it's a little chilly tonight.
It's freezing. I don't know how you're doing it.
Barely.
Yeah, I'm sorry for that.
All right. So what we're going to do right now, and I know it stinks because you just already literally got your coat on.
It's okay. It's
But
okay.
right now I don't have any chalk to make a chalk line, so I want to make it as fair as possible, give you every opportunity to walk a straight line and things like that. And
Oh
I don't,
God, I have the poorest.
and I get it. But like I said, at this point, I just don't have any other way. I could have you
understand.
walk an imaginary line, and that's perfectly fine. However, I want to give you every opportunity possible. Okay. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place you under detainment, and I'm going to take you up to the station, which is just right back here, and then we're going to continue some of those tests. Does
May
that
I bring my
make sense?
phone?
Yeah, we'll bring your phone with you. We'll have your car. I'm not sure if
Can you
it's...
pull it back into docks? And my friends can take it?
So we'll figure that out, but we'll
Okay,
definitely park it
that's
legally
fine.
so we don't have to worry
And
about...
my keys are in the ignition, and then my phone should be in the front seat as well.
So grab phone, keys. Okay, so
you'll
we'll grab it.
grab it?
Yep, we'll
Okay.
grab it. So
Are you okay if I either pull it onto the street here and park it
Yeah,
legally?
sir, you're fine. And
You
my
okay?
phone should be in the front.
Okay.
On either the passenger seat or in the center console.
Is there anything else
Or
you-
on the center console. What's that?
Phone, anything else you want me to grab out of
Just
there?
my phone. It's
Okay,
fine.
and you're okay if I park it up
Yeah,
there?
sir, you
Okay.
do. You do. I trust you.
Yeah. Is there anything in your pockets right now? Don't reach for me. Don't.
Oh, sorry.
But is there
No.
anything in your pockets right now that are
No.
gonna poke me, stick me?
Here,
Okay. Do you mind if I just check
feel,
real
yeah.
quick? Okay. And then you don't have any pockets on the leggings?
No, sir. You
Okay.
can check if
Alrighty.
you'd like.
Nope.
But...
We'll walk back to my car over here. Okay.
I don't know how you do it in a t-shirt.
Yeah. So we.
I give you kudos for that.
Yeah, if you want to stand right over here for me. Obviously, we have a lot of extra layers kind of in our torso area, so it kind of
But my arms are
helps us,
freezing even
right?
with my
Yeah.
coat on.
So just go ahead and have a seat. And then,
Sorry, I was not expecting this
no,
to be that
yeah,
loud.
right? And if you could just open up your mouth, I just need to make sure that you don't have any gum in or nothing like that, and then lift your tongue up. Okay,
Yeah, all good.
alrighty.
Is my laptop gonna be okay in my car? Do you think? Cause I have homework due this weekend.
Right, so basically what the process is we go on station, there's a couple more tests to do, and then from that point, there'll be a determination that's made. You might have to offer a breath sample.
Yeah.
If you offer that breath sample, we get your paperwork done, and we bring you back, you can have somebody come get you. Is there anybody that you can think of that would be sober that would be able to come get you tonight?
Yeah, my boyfriend is closest. He's at home.
Okay, so, and then he can just drive you right by your car and pick up whatever you need out of that car?
Could one of my friends drive it home?
If they're sober, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you think I'll still be able to get into medical
quarters.
school?
I'll be 23, ending is 13.6, 13.6. What was your question?
I said, do you think I'll still be able to get into medical school?
I don't know how all that stuff goes, but I know that is to be a nurse or doctor?
Doctor.
So I know the medical field is hurting enough for, any kind of position, so I wouldn't imagine it would affect anything like that.
Yeah.
Tell you what, okay, if you want to just stand over here for me, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to use this straight line here, okay? Right. So what I'm going to have you do, I'm just have you place your left foot on the line first, and place your right foot with your right heel touching your left toe, and keep your arms out your side. Yep, just like that.
Okay.
Yep. And then just relax your arms down at your side. You're going to stay in that position until I tell you to begin. Do you understand? When I tell you to begin, you're going to take 9 heel-to-toe steps down this line, turn by taking a series of small steps, and walk 9 heel-to-toe steps back down the line, okay? Do not start walking until I tell you to start, okay?
So I turn the slow step?
Yep, and I'll demonstrate right now, okay? So, So, this will be your starting position. You're going to start 1, 2, 3, so on until you get to 9. On your 9th step, keep your front foot on the line. Turn by taking a series of small steps, just like this.
Okay, keep the foot down.
Yep. And take 9 heel-to-toe steps back down the line. 1, 2, 3, so on until you get to 9. Do you understand all those instructions?
Yes, sir.
All right. When you're walking, watch your feet at all times. Count your steps out loud.
I'm kind of shaky. I have really bad anxiety. It makes me shake physically.
You're fine.
That's why I take Klonopin. It's like a nervous system thing. It stops my shaking.
Right.
So I apologize.
Right? Nope, you're fine.
I'm super anxious, obviously.
Yep. So just while you're performing this test, like I said, watch your feet at all times. Count your steps out loud. Keep your arms down at your side, and do not stop walking until you complete the test. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You may begin when you're ready.
I'm sorry, one more question. So, do I end like this? Like when I turn around, or do I just finish facing this wall? after
You'll
the
be
9
facing.
steps?
Yep, you'll finish facing that way. Yep.
Okay, with my foot front together, not together.
You can just tell me.
On the 9th step,
Yep,
I'm done.
Yeah, just tell me you're done, and then you can step out of that position.
Okay.
48 to 47. That's going to be the female from the hospital parking lot last week.
Sorry, this one's anxiety.
You're fine. Okay, you done? All right. Yep, you can just turn around and face towards me. And then what I'm gonna have you,
Okay.
yeah, you're done with the test. Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah. Just for this one, just stand with your feet together, arms at your side, just like that. You don't have to worry about the line.
Okay.
Line's not here
No
anymore.
line.
Okay. So just stand with your feet, arms again, arms out your side, just like that. When I tell you to begin, you're gonna raise 1 foot of your choosing, approximately 6 inches off the ground, with your foot parallel with your ground, with your toe pointed out. It's going to look a little bit like this, okay? So whichever leg you choose, approximately 6 inches off the ground, with your foot parallel with the ground, with your toe pointed out like that, okay? Once you do that, you're going to count out loud in the following manner: 1001, 1002, 1003, and so on until I tell you to stop. Do you understand those instructions?
Yes, sir.
Okay. While you're counting, watch your raised foot at all times. Keep your arms down at your side. Keep your arms and legs straight. And watch your raised foot at all times. Do you have any questions about any of those instructions?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm sorry if I'm literally so sorry. Like, I have clinically diagnosed severe anxiety.
Okay.
So, it makes me shaky.
All right. Do you know which leg you're going to be raising?
All right.
You're right? Okay.
Should I do my dominant?
Whatever you're more comfortable with.
Yeah.
I'm confident my dominant.
Okay. So, yep, whenever you're ready, you may begin. You can raise your whichever leg you're going to choose, and then begin counting.
Okay. That high now.
Yep.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020.
Or you can stop. All right. And how well do you know your ABCs? Pretty well.
Yes, but I'm
Okay.
starting with A.
Yep.
No.
I'm not gonna tell you to go backwards or nothing crazy like that. Okay. So for this, I'm just gonna have you start at D as in David, and without singing, go until the letter P. So the first letter you'll say is D, last letter you'll say is P, and then just stop at that point. Okay. Do you understand those instructions?
Yes, sir.
All right. You may begin when you're ready.
D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P.
Okay. And then can you count backwards?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm gonna have you do is first thing I'm gonna have you do is I'm gonna have you just put your arms straight out like that,
Yes, sir.
and then take your 2 pointer fingers and then point them towards each other and just touch them together just like that. Okay. What I'm gonna have you do is I'm gonna have you focus right there, right where your fingers meet. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And then what I'm gonna have you do is I'm gonna have you count backwards from 63. So 63 will be your starting number, and then you'll stop at 42.
42.
Do you understand those instructions?
Yes, sir.
You may,
63 to 42.
yep. You may begin when you're ready.
63, 62, 61, 60, 59, 58, 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51, 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42.
Okay. So what I'm gonna have you do, I'm not sure why. Oh, we probably just moved this chair.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna have you have a seat in this chair over here for me, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. And got the paperwork. And you're 20, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So obviously you're aware.
I know.
So in Ohio, you're aware that your legal limit is .02.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Now I am.
Okay. So if you're 21, the amount of alcohol that you're able to drink and then get behind a wheel to be legally okay to drive would be .08. For you, since you're 20, you're under that 21. It's .02. Just because there's in case like your parents give you permission to drink, you're at a party together, they give you permission to have one beer, and then you guys leave 2 hours later, and there might be just a little bit in their system, kind of
Yes,
thing.
sir.
So I'm assuming that's why they have some sort of
No, that's
limit for them.
understandable. Yeah,
Okay.
respect.
But just based on my observations, tests that we did, I believe that you're going to be obviously over your legal limit. Okay. So at this, it's not a pass. Yeah, it's not a pass or fail or anything like that. Okay. So basically, what I have to read some paperwork to you,
Yes, sir.
and then I'll explain, the consequences and all that kind of stuff,
Yes, sir.
and then you'll make a decision, and then we'll go from there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So first off, you can follow along with me. I'm going to start at the top.
Yes, sir.
And then you do not have a commercial driver's license, correct? Just a regular license. You don't drive truck or nothing like that? Okay.
No, sir.
All right. And then you've never been through this process before? No OVIs? Okay.
No, sir.
So I'm going to start up top here. Like I said, you can follow along if you'd like.
Okay.
All right. So you are now under arrest for operating a vehicle under the influence of alcohol, a drug, or a combination of them. If you refuse to take any chemical test required by law, your Ohio driving privileges will be suspended immediately, and you will have to pay a fee to have those privileges reinstated. If you take a chemical test, you may have an independent chemical test taken at your own expense. So we're going to skip all the way down here at the bottom.
Okay.
So you have no prior OVIs, okay?
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to be asking for a breath test, okay? So if you refuse to take this breath test,
I won't refuse.
you will be suspended for 1 year.
Okay.
If you take this breath test and you're over the .08, which would be the legal limit for an adult, you will be suspended for 90 days. If you take this test and you're under .08, there will be no license suspension, ALS suspension at this time. Do you understand those 3 outcomes? Okay. So with that being said, would you like to take the test?
Yes.
Okay.
I'd rather just. I don't want to hide anything. I'd rather just know as well for my own sake. So next time if this happens again, I know my limit.
Right.
I feel like that's the best decision. I don't know.
I tell you what, and
Even though I have to drive to Tennessee on exams next week.
for exams next week.
Yeah.
So you live here, or you just?
So I live here, and I wanted to go to FAU, but they wouldn't take my credits from my 2-year college.
Uh-huh.
So I went halfway to Tennessee.
Okay. And then your license, you just don't have it on you right now.
I must have left it in my room. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I had to send an email to Knox Elementary, East Knox Elementary for I did their clinical.
Mhm.
It's called the Vault Clinic, and I play nurse there.
Okay.
For my volunteer hours.
Okay.
So I had to email it. So it was just left on my desk after I sent a picture, and it was just like through my wall
Right.
in my purse.
Right.
I apologize for that.
Yeah. And
But I'm telling you who I am, so.
right. And then so, like I said, we'll kind of discuss that a little bit more once we go through this whole process.
Yeah.
But there might be basically you might have to just like turn that in.
That's totally fine.
To
I
the
can do
courts,
that.
so.
And I don't know if I'm gonna be like in prison forever after this.
Nope. With OVIs like this,
Yeah.
they're unless you do something absolutely crazy,
No, I'm not trying
first offenses, things like that, there's not even the possibility of jail time as far as I'm concerned here in Bowling Green, okay?
Okay,
I can't think of anybody
I'm
who's
just worried about
who's done
medical
that.
school. That's
Right.
like why I'm so anxious because I never wanted to mess that up. And now I'm like, I'm never doing it again.
Right.
That's kind of how I'm at.
Right.
Yes, police report expired and cancel. Causes smoking weed.
Sorry, my anxiety's really bad.
And I can't give you any medications or anything like that right now,
no,
but
I know you. I can't take my medication with this anyway. So
Okay.
I think it's
but yeah, if there's
not still anyway.
okay,
So.
if there's things that you can do as far as like take some deep breaths or whatever works for you,
Yeah.
feel free to do so.
Am I able to text my friends or not?
Once we get done with this process, we'll go up to the our little lobby area, and then you can make all the phone calls or whatever you want. You just have to wait for me to get done with some paperwork, if there is some. Okay. Alrighty. So basically, this is, I'm not sure if you've seen or anything like that, but
I'm like totally proved to this.
right. So basically, this little hose, it's a breath sample. Okay. So you'll just wrap your lips around this mouthpiece here. You'll blow out consistently. Just hard and consistent for a good amount of time. I would
say stop.
like until I say stop. Usually it's about 5 seconds. It'll kind of,
Okay.
and then it will basically go until I tell you to stop. Yeah, and then we'll take a pause, and then as long as it's got a good sample, then we just got to do that one more time, and we should be good. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So like I said, just big deep
What's
breath.
a good sample?
Just like it has to have a sufficient amount.
Yeah.
So big deep breath in, and like I said, blow hard and consistent until I tell you to stop. So
Yes, sir.
whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Okay, so restart. Yep.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to blow.
No, you're fine. Yep. So
Kind of practice.
yep. So big deep breath in, and then blow out hard and consistently.
Okay.
Go. Keep going. 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 Stop. And then
Pass out.
yeah, let's pause and yep, that took. So basically, just have to do that same exact thing twice.
Yes, sir.
The way this machine works is it takes one sample and then it goes through all of its checks and balances just to make sure everything's proper. There's no leaks, anything like that. And then we'll do that sample one more time. This machine will give you the benefit of the doubt, so it will give you the lower of the two samples. So it kind of helps you out there.
Yeah. Being underage isn't good at all.
So, and we'll discuss that. Was there any alcohol in the vehicle? You didn't have
No,
anything in there,
sir.
right? Okay.
No.
So, and I'll just kind of explain a little bit more of all that stuff, I guess, when we get to that point. But typically, we don't charge you for like an underage just for this. Like, so that's underage is a criminal charge.
Okay.
Just because if you're under the influence, like in my opinion, like so if it would be an OVI or something like that, that's one thing. We don't basically double ding you and then also charge you for being under the influence as well, as far as I'm aware. Okay.
Okay.
Now, like I said, my lieutenant's here, so if he wants us to do it a certain way, we'll have to do it a certain way. So yeah, but like I said, so we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But do you have any other questions right now for me? Okay. We got it still going through its checks. It's got about another minute, and then we'll do another test. All right. So second one, brand new.
The first one bad.
Nope.
I don't feel bad.
Nope. So we don't get any. We don't see if like the results of the first one or anything like that.
It's okay.
Yep. You supplied a sufficient sample for it to calculate all of its readings.
Yes, sir.
So like I said, we just got to do it again. So big deep breath in. Just repeat the last time. Keep blowing, 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 keep blowing. Stop. And we'll see. Yep. All right. So yeah, in about 2 minutes, it'll do all of its things, and then it'll spit out a result for us. So did he ask for your license, and then you just gave him that?
I think it's in my door. Sorry.
Right. So typically for so he's a lieutenant who stopped you.
Yeah.
Lieutenants usually don't work the road.
Okay.
I'm a patrolman. I'm a patrolman, and then usually we have sergeants who are supervisors who work the road. So they would be working like at this time of night and things like that. However, those sergeants who were scheduled to work tonight, they just aren't working. So then somebody's got to fill in. So you always have to have a supervisor.
Right.
So
That makes sense.
yeah. So I'm not gonna say he's not great at OVIs or anything like that, but like he just doesn't do them very often. So like, and he doesn't make traffic stops very often. So he basically when he doesn't get like the same information that we do because we do them every day, right? So, but if I had to do the hiring process for a new hire, I wouldn't know what I'm doing, right? Because I'd be like, what forms do I need and what information do I need? So, yeah, so that's basically
You're more out on the field.
right.
I understand that.
But so here's the test results, okay? So the first sample you gave was 0.08, and then the second sample you gave was 0.082. And then so the final that you had was 0.08, okay?
Okay, that's 3.02.
Yeah, so your legal limit is 0.02, so you're 4 times your legal limit for somebody being under 21, okay?
Right.
And then you're right at the legal limit for what an adult would be, okay? So,
Not an adult.
well,
I'm kidding. I'm just joking.
Legal age drinking adult, I guess I should have said.
I'm just joking.
So on the bottom here, I'll have to get one. I mean, I don't think I've ever had anybody right on the line. But what I'm going to tell you is that at this point, that you're over the legal limit, right? Because if you're either at or over it.
I understand.
If you were 0.079, then it's a little bit different. You'd still be cited for the OVI, but I have
like a felon.
No, nope, not anything like that. Okay. So as of right now, you will not be able to drive once we leave here today. Okay.
Yes.
So
for 10 years?
Nope. You will have a 90-day license suspension, a ALS
Okay.
license suspension. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm going to read this just bottom part to you real quick. Okay. And this will kind of explain when you can appeal the suspension, all that kind of stuff. Okay. So, independent of any penalties or sanctions imposed upon you pursuant to any other section of the revised code or municipal ordinance, your driver's license or commercial driver's license, permit, or non-resident operating privilege is now suspended. The suspension takes effect immediately. The suspension will last at least until your initial appearance on the charge, which will be held within 5 days after the date of this arrest.
I have to go to court.
Yeah, you'll have to go to
What if I'm in
court.
school for an exam that I can't reschedule in a different state?
So it's this next week that you have court, or that you have your exams, right?
I have exams
Like starting Monday.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
When?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I have 5 exams.
Okay.
I have 1 every day except Thursday I have 2.
In Tennessee, you said?
Yes, sir.
When is your one on Monday?
It is at 11:30 a.m. And then I have
11:30
a
a.m.?
lab that day.
Okay.
You can't miss lab or else you'll fail. That's at 6:30. And I have an online class that morning for Spanish at 9:30.
Okay.
But my in class is at 11:30, so it's like that would be
Okay.
impossible.
And Wednesday, when is your exam on Wednesday?
Wednesday, it's at 11:30 as well. It's for biology. I have 2 biology exams. And
Okay.
then Tuesday, mine isn't until 7-ish, I'd like to say. It's for chemistry.
Okay. So the dates I have to give you are either next Monday or next Wednesday. Next Monday is at 1 p.m. Next Wednesday is at 10 a.m. So what I would tell you is that I will put you for the Wednesday one. I think it'd be smarter to put you for the Wednesday one at 10 a.m. That way you have more time to try to get a hold of the courts to figure out another court date. Like I have to give you one of those 2 court dates.
Right. Okay.
But you can try to talk to the courts about, hey, I really got to get, go to this whatever. It's already going to be hectic enough because you're going to have to schedule a ride to those places because you can't drive.
Right.
So
back and forth to Tennessee, which my parents are so down for.
Okay.
They support it a lot.
So like I said,
doesn't work, so.
Okay. So like I said, you'll have to figure that out. But you want Wednesday because that'll at least give you a little bit more time to talk with them. I mean, I don't know if you wouldn't be able to get back from Tennessee by
6.5 hours.
Yeah.
Knoxville.
Yeah. So I mean, either of those days are pretty much shot, even if you had them later in the day. But
right.
but you can maybe do a continuance until next Monday when you don't have any finals or whatever it would be. So, but I have to put you within 5 days.
The next Monday I have lab though, but I could do any other days.
And like I said, you can
I coach soccer too.
Yep, you can talk with the courts and you can basically figure out. I mean, you're
Right.
gonna have to, like I said, if they're willing to work with you,
Right.
you're
I
gonna
have to be willing to work with them too.
Right.
So I understand.
So like I said, let me just finish reading this. So, basically, we scheduled a court date which will be held within 5 days after the date of this arrest or issuance of a citation to you. You may appeal the suspension at your initial appearance before the court that hears the charges against you that resulted from the arrest, or during a period of time ending 30 days after the initial appearance. So, like I said, that was just basically to explain to you that technically now, or you are suspended right now.
Right. DUI, does that mean?
So you will be charged with an OVI, which is operating a vehicle under the influence of alcohol or drugs. You are not convicted of that as of right now, okay? So you go through the court process. Obviously, we have to prove all that kind of stuff. But like I said, so yeah, you go through the court process and do whatever you need to do through them. Yeah. So if you were at let's just say you were at .079, technically you wouldn't be, you'd still be charged with an OVI, but you wouldn't be charged. There's like an underage section, which so it's still 2 charges either way. You would have just been charged for a lower amount because you weren't over the legal limit. You're over the legal. Well, you're over the legal limit for you, but if you were at 7.9, you wouldn't have been over the legal limit for an adult or for a drinking age adult.
Right.
So yeah, so that's where we're at. So, like I said, 10 a.m. sounds like it's the best one for you right now, and then it at least gives you 2 extra days because I would try to call already tomorrow or today now. It's Friday, so call the courts and see. That way, hopefully, you can figure something out over the weekend and go from there. Okay. All right. So.
Sorry for being emotional.
No, you're fine.
Just ignore it.
I get it. It's not something that, it's not a great experience to go through. I just at least try to be understanding as I can and try to be as helpful as possible to get you through the situation. But I understand there's nothing I can say that's going to make you feel great because it's obviously, it's going to be some fines, right? Some fines you got to pay, and it's definitely going to be some obstacles you got to work through to get to class and things like that. I'm not making any promises, but usually what happens is sometimes people get, on average, it seems like people always get a 30-day suspension, and then you get driving privileges after that. So with you being with you being a student and things like that, they could do some other stuff, especially with you trying to get into a field that we really need more people in. Yeah, and things like that. So if you want to I'll grab your purse real quick.
You can go through it if you need.
Nope, I don't need to. Nope, you can take that. We'll go out this hallway to the left.
Left, you said?
Yep. We'll go through this doorway. Yep. It's the only one that will open.
Okay.
So, and then we'll go to the left here, and there'll be a table and some chairs. Just have a seat in the corner there. Feel free to get out your phone on the left here.
Okay.
Feel free to get out your phone, make some phone calls. Like I said, just if whoever you tell, it'll be about at least a half hour for me to get paperwork done.
Yes, sir.
All right. So first thing was just basically that's a copy of the test results that we have. So you have a copy of that.
And is that the exact limit for 21-year-olds? I was just curious. I didn't know.
So you could still get cited for.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah,
like underage.
Yeah, because there's been people who've been absolutely hammered, and sometimes if they're on other drugs too, their alcohol limit might be like a .06, but or they're driving or their behavior is not okay for them to drive. So I'm not saying that that's the lowest you could be cited for. You could still get cited for it, but test wise, if you test that amount, there's also an additional charge that you get. And then if it's higher, if it's over .17, then
not that right?
nope.
Oh, okay.
if it's over that, then it becomes a higher.
Yeah.
It's just basically it just kind of, and it's not like you're gonna get double dinged. So you will have to. I guess I'll just explain that to you right now.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is the ticket. This is your personal information. I assumed you showed insurance to the lieutenant that stopped you.
Yeah.
Or I believe that you have it anyways.
Yeah,
so
my parents pay
Okay.
since I'm in college.
Okay. So just today's date and time that we stopped you, your vehicle information, location of the violation, and then what you're being cited for. It's going to be three things, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So the OVI, which is the A1A section right here.
Okay.
The A1D section is the breath result. So the fact that you did blow over the legal limit.
All my friends were like, "Don't do it. Why did you do it?" I'm like, "Why would I lie?"
Right. And
It's obvious.
and then so and obviously, and I'm not trying to tell you, but just when I explain that to you, you can get a 1-year license suspension if you do refuse it.
So just get a good lawyer, and I was like, but I'm not that person to lie to people. I respect police a lot. I know it's hard for what you guys do. So
Right. So we definitely appreciate that. And then down here is we have to cite you for basically what we pulled you over for, which is the no headlights, the time for lighted lights. So basically, you have to have headlights on after sunset. Yeah. So. And then these are all state codes being cited under. Those are not dollar amounts. And then road description. And then up top here, like I said, it is a mandatory court date. You do have to show up on April 12th at 8:30. And I misspoke. It's 8:30, not 10 a.m. But contact the courts, try to see if they can help you out. And their number is right here.
Will school kick me out?
Nope. I can't imagine they would.
When I fill out FAFSA, they're like, "Are you a convicted felon?" Do I have to say yes?
You're not. These are misdemeanors. These are not felonies. So
I'm just being dramatic. But.
Yeah, you're fine. But yeah, so basically, yeah, these are misdemeanors, and this will all be traffic. It's not like on your criminal history or anything like that.
Okay, good.
So yeah, so you got a copy of the results, and then this was the ticket. Do you have any questions about the ticket?
No.
Okay. So, like I said,
think it's makes sense.
Like I said, talk to them, try to see what they can do to help you out.
Right.
I don't know if you pay for any student legal services with the college. So if you're in college right now, right?
Yes, sir.
So a lot of times, at least the way BGSU does it, they sneak a fee in there that says, hey, you have a free lawyer, but
Oh, they know
they don't.
they're rowdy.
They don't always tell them like, hey, you have
It's out
this,
of
but
state, so I don't know.
yeah.
Hello.
So but like you,
Hello.
but and I'm not saying to use BG's lawyers or anything like. It'd be like
Okay.
if your college
For
has that.
Tennessee,
Yeah, if they have that.
they have to come here, or how does that work?
Well, you can just talk to them and they can kind of walk you through the process. If you guys got to Zoom from wherever you got to Zoom from, I think they
While
might
I'm in court,
they might
zoom
be
in?
they might be able to do that. So these are all questions, like I said, you can talk to the courts about. So if they're okay with you doing that, over Zoom or something like that, as opposed to coming in, so you don't miss your classes, they usually help out the college kids, I believe, the best that they can. Okay.
Okay.
But there's certain things that they have to do, so sometimes they do have to have you come in, but I think they do.
What happens if they don't accommodate for my court date next week when I have an exam?
So and
Do I
that
become like a felon or?
nope. So that'll be your decision. However, if you miss a court date, then they could issue an arrest warrant. So
Okay.
Then that's a bigger problem.
right. And I'm not going to tell you not to go to your court date, but if you do keep in contact with the courts, maybe they'll be able to help you out. Be like, hey, by the way, I'm definitely not going to be able to make it to this court date. However, I'm done with classes or my exam on Friday. I can come Friday after my exam, or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Okay. But like I said,
Okay.
just try to keep some communication with them, because if you don't, they'll just issue a warrant, and then we'll go all the way to Tennessee to pull you out of class. I'm sure we would.
All right.
We're pretty petty like that. So.
Sometimes I want that.
Right. Okay. So and then this sheet right here is basically, you remember that back side that I read to you?
Yep, got it.
Just signing here just basically says that I explained that to
okay.
you, that I read that to you. So it's not admitting any guilt, nothing like that. All right. And then you'll get a copy.
Thank you. I'm just always smiling, no matter the situation.
You know,
All right.
sometimes that's good.
So like I said, those are your three pieces of paper that you need. Do you have any questions about any of that?
I don't think so.
Okay. What I would recommend is, if you do like whatever, say they give you a court date the following Monday, if they do kind of work with you, bring
Does it have to be a Monday?
It's either, we have to give you either a Monday or Wednesday. The courts, if they can find openings sometime to work with your schedule and they want to choose another day, then that's possible.
I absolutely need a Wednesday. I have labs on Mondays. And I
Yeah.
can't miss that or else
So-
I'll fail.
So like I said, yeah, just do whatever you can to talk to the courts, and hopefully they'll help you out.
Okay.
Especially if you're willing to take care of, your legal troubles. There's a lot of people who don't care, to like, oh, you'll never see me again kind of thing. So if you're, like I said, if you're in communication with them, they're definitely gonna, I think, try to work with you. But sometimes you gotta, if they say no, we can't do anything, you have to be here on that date, then you gotta figure something.
And I'm just like,
And hopefully, like I said, your
medical
teachers can
school,
understand.
goodbye.
But yeah, so like I said, they should be able to help you out, because they understand it's a college town. It's not like it's, a rural town
should
somewhere, and they're like,
expect
oh, well, we
this.
never deal with college kids. So why? So
Right.
yep. So, and then just remember, I was gonna say, just try to bring your ID, because they might ask for it. They might take it and then send it to the state, and you might have to get a state ID for the time being. That's just gonna be up to the
A
courts.
new ID?
Perhaps.
Then I have to get another new one in December?
Perhaps.
Okay.
So typically how it would work, if you had your ID tonight,
Yeah.
we have to take that and send it to the courts with your paperwork. So you don't have it, so I'm not going to have you run to your school or whatever and bring it back up to me. Just bring it to you with court. Otherwise, they could, basically they'll put they'll cancel it kind of thing, and then issue you a state ID. And then I'm not saying if you get caught with your driver's license, but you're not going to get in extra trouble, but we can confiscate it at that time. So like I said, just bring it with you. Yeah.
Just a confiscation, so it's not a big worry about. I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, right. So just try to bring that with you, and then just remember, you can't drive until the judge tells you you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions for me?
No.
All right.
All good.